Good afternoon, all.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. मैम मैम किसी लेक्चर नोट अच्छी की CSW
Your book is your lecture note. Okay. And I'm teaching according to your book wise. So why you need a lecture note? I have not prepared any lecture note. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
In each section of your book we have done. Okay. In your CSS, HTML or jQuery or Bootstrap, every section program you have executed, and so in book also it is written like a lecture note. So what is the requirement of extra lecture note? So few slides I am showing you. That slide I will send you. But for like complete lecture notes I don't have.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so we are discussing your chapter 11, the basic concepts of Java programming, and last class we just discussed up to I think logical. We are discussing operators. Yes. New various type of operators that we are discussing. So we I think discussed up to this how the B is minus 50 typecasting. So this one we discussed. Then next is object assignment using your assignment operator. How we are assigning the object. Okay, so that is the next thing. So when we write like this, so these things, book B, new book. So what it is doing? First, it creates one reference variable B. Then using this new book, it creates one object on the heap. Okay, and that address will be assigned to this reference variable B. We can give the object value null also. So that's what it is written here. About this thing. So this one is uh, there is one class dog that extends animal. Okay, and when we create dog animal obj,
Hello, ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, in exam, which type of questions will come?
which type of question will come? You have already appeared your mid-sem, na? That type of question will come.
Ma'am, same pattern.
Yes, number of question will increase, but pattern is same.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it is showing how we are creating the object and where we get the error at the time of object creation. It is showing that there is one class animal class, another one is your dog class. So when the dog class extends animal, then what you are doing, the dog is a subclass of animal. So in this case, what it is doing, animal dog obj equal to new dog. So it is permitted. You can write the your parent class name and create the reference variable. You can but actually the object is created for this dog class. But if you write this way, dog animal obj equal to new animal, then it will be uh, one error. Okay, illegal declaration because your animal is not the subclass of dog. So that is saying here. So we'll quickly complete this chapter. Already these things you know. Then the arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators, you know, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all these. So no need to explain how these operators are working. Then unary operator. Okay, so how these operator names are given, unary, binary, ternary. So according to the number of operands we are using here, according to that we named it. In binary, it works on two operand. In unary, it works on one operand. Okay, like here, uh, this is your unary plus minus. This is your unary increment operator, decrement operator, then your logical complement operator. So in increment decrement operator, so this plus minus you know to show the sign of that value, negative value or positive value. For that reason, we can use this unary plus minus and increment decrement to increment the value to decrement the value. But in case of your increment decrement, we can write this operator after the operand or before the operand. So if we are writing after the operand, it is a post increment or post decrement. Before the operand, it is a pre increment or pre decrement. So when we so in both the case, it is incrementing or decrementing the value. But according to the operand, let's say you are using one assignment operator with that plus pre, post, increment or decrement, or you are printing inside a print. Simply you are writing plus plus a. So in that case, you can find no difference. Okay. But if you are writing it inside one println statement, or if you are using it with assignment operator to assign the value, then you can observe the difference. For example, here a value is given 1, then simply it is for the sign plus a minus a. Okay. Uh, so plus a means it will show you 1, minus a it will show you minus 1. Okay. Now you just see the this system dot out dot println this line. Okay. So a value is your 1. So here it is a minus minus. So what it will print? A value is 1. Then you are doing a minus minus. And what it will print? Any answer?
What?
It will print 1. Okay. So how it is 1? It is a value is 1 and it is a minus minus.
Now it is postfix. So first the value will be used and then it will change.
Yes. For post increment or for post decrement, first you have to assign the value, then you have to do the increment or decrement. So here a value is 1. So first you assign the value means first you print this value here as it is written in a system.out.println. So you print this value, then you decrement the value. Means not you are doing, means then it is get decremented. Okay. So first the a value will printed, that is your 1. Then okay. So now tell me the next one. Result of a plus plus. What will be the output?
And 0.
How it is 0?
1.
See, in the previous statement, a minus minus, so first it will print the a value. So that is 1 will get printed. Then the a value will get decremented. So a value will be your 0. Okay. So then next is your system.out.println a plus plus. So a value will be 0. Then, okay. So then next statement is not. So next is just simply boolean value. Okay. So here a minus minus it is 1, then a value will be your 0. As in the previous statement, a value was 0 after decrement. So here it will be 0 will be printed, then this value will get incremented to 1, but that incremented value is not printed here. Okay. So next is it simply printing the v value. So b value is given false. So b will print here false. Then a negation of this b, okay, or complement of this b. So b value is false, complement of b is true. So according to that, these answers are given here: 1, minus 1, 1, 0, false, true. Okay. Then equality relational operator. So equality relational operator, these operators already you know how to use this: equal, equal, not equal, greater, greater than, less than. It is good. Okay, so now come to this instance of operator. So instance of operator is used to check whether that instance is the uh, or that is the that reference, or this is the object of that particular class or not. Okay, suppose you have created animal a equal to new animal, then a is the object of that animal class or not. Okay, in your program many objects are created, and if you don't know whether this one is the object of this class or not, just try to want to see to check whether this is the object of this class or not, then you can use this instance of operator. So here in this example, so animal a equal to new animal, then dog d equal to new dog. So how you are using this instance of operator? If a instance of animal, so it will return true or false value. So a is the instance of animal class. Yes, a is the instance of animal class. So it will return true. True means it will print you a is a type of animal. Then second if statement, a is a instance of dog. So no, a is not instance of dog. So it is linked with the previous example that animal dog class extends your animal. Okay. So a instance of dog, no. So else part will be executed. It will return false. So a is not a type of dog. Then d instance of animal. D instance of animal. So here it will return you true because your dog class extends your animal class. So dog is the child of this animal. So it will return you D is a type of animal. Okay. Then D instance of dog, yes, D instance of dog. So that is the answer. Okay, D is a type of animal, D is a type of dog. So these programs you will execute after the class. Okay. Programs are already in your book, you execute after the class. Then logical operators. So using the logical expression, we can express the compound expressions. Okay, or two or more conditions we can combine. So you know this logical and, logical or and, that is called your conditional or, conditional and, then your not operator. So when it returns true or false. So when any one of the, when both the expressions returns false, then only in case of your logical or a conditional or, it will return you false. Otherwise, it will return you true. And in case of your logical and, when both the expression returns you true, then only it will return you true. Otherwise, it will return you false. Okay, not only it makes true to false, false to true. And XOR operator, so when it returns true if only one of the operands evaluates to true. Okay. And what about these two more operators here? Already that double symbol operators, means double pipeline, double ampersand, these two are already present. And what about this single pipeline symbol, single ampersand? Hmm. Can anybody tell what is this two symbol? तुम लोग कुछ नहीं बोलोगे तो मैं भी कुछ नहीं बोलूंगी, और क्या। चलो नेक्स्ट करो. So in case of this single and am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, I was disconnected. So in case of this two symbol, or and this and, we are actually using it in your bitwise operator. Okay. But in case of your logical operator also you can use. The difference between these two are that, for example, just a second.
In single and, if the first expression is true, then it will return true directly without going for the second expression.
So that is for your not single, that you said correct, but that is for your double and. Okay.
Double and, it will check for both the expressions, even if the first one is true.
See, you just see here. Single or, single and, it is written here. It works similar to conditional or, where it returns true if at least one of the operand evaluates to true, but the difference is it evaluates both the operands before checking the OR condition. Understood? Similarly, this AND, it works similar to conditional AND, where it returns true if both the operands evaluates to true, but the difference is it evaluates both the operands before checking the AND condition. Okay. Means suppose this is your expression A greater than B, B uh, greater than C, like this one expression is there. So in case of an AND operation, logical or conditional AND, if this part gives you false, okay, if it is false, then it will not evaluate this part, okay, because whether it is true or false, finally we are going to get false. So that is called your short circuit method, okay. So in this case, it will only evaluate the first part, second part will not be evaluated. Similarly, if we write, so in case of your OR, suppose this one is true, okay, then it will not go to the second part, it will not evaluate the second part, because whether it is true or false, finally it's going to give you true, okay. But the first one will become false, then it will evaluate the second part, because answer depends upon the second part. If the second part gives you false, then it will be false. If the second part gives you true, then it will be true. Okay. So in this conditional and or where double symbol is present, there we can apply this short circuit. We are not applying internally; it is doing like that. So first part, one part may be skipped. Okay, you can skip one part. But if you are writing single AND or single OR operator, then first it will evaluate the both the operand it will evaluate. It will evaluate, suppose in this case it will evaluate this one, then this one, then it will check the what operator is there, according to that it will evaluate. So that is the difference between the single AND symbol, single ampersand and double ampersand, single OR, double OR. Understood?
Double, if first one is true, then it will not go for the second one.
In
Double
case,
or and double and.
in case of your or, it depends upon the operator. In case of your and first one is true, then it will check the both. But in case of your or, if the first one is true, it will not check the second one, because in case of your or, any one, if you get one true, then obviously the output will be true. No need to evaluate the second expression. But in case of your and, you have to, first one is true, you have to evaluate the second one, because the answer depends upon the second expression. If the second expression will be true, then it will give you true. If the second expression is false, then it will give you false. Okay. So I'm saying that in which case only the first expression is, means the first operand is sufficient to give you the output, then it will not evaluate the second operand. Okay, it is
Double
not
or.
that, yes, in case of a double. So it is not that when the first only give you true, not true. That depends upon whether this is a logical and or. So it depends upon which, if the first operand is sufficient to give the answer, to give the final output, then it will not evaluate the second part, whether it is a double and or double means or operator. But in case of a single, it will evaluate the both the part. Then it will evaluate the operator, what operator is given according to that. So that is what it is written. The difference is it evaluates both the operands before checking the AND condition. Okay, similarly before checking the OR condition. So here it is using this logical and or not. Okay. So that you will see. Now the ternary operator. So ternary operator. So the syntax is this one, expression, then the question mark, then value 1, value 2. So value 1, value 2 means it first value 1 represents the true, and value 2 represents your false. Okay. So for example, in this example, C A value 10, B value 20. Then you have to evaluate what is the C value. So C is one Boolean variable. So A less than B, A value 10, B value 20, yes, A less than B. So this true part will be executed. That means this true value will be assigned to C. So C value will be true. So here in this case, we can, instead of true, false, we can write some constant value also. We can write some expression also to evaluate, or directly you can write the println statement here. If A less than B, then print A is smaller or B is greater. Okay. So like this you can use in this ternary operator. So it is ternary, and because we are using 3 operands here, one expression, this is second, this is third. Okay. Then your bitwise and bit shift operator. Okay. So these are
That if you will write only A less than B, then also it will store the value in C. If you will just write C is equal to A less than B.
Tell again.
If we will write there C is equal to A less than B.
C is equal to A less
B.
than B. Means A less than, means in this expression what you are writing, what you are saying, what to write.
Means no need of writing that true and false.
Yes, see here in this, yes. So A less than B only also return you this true and false value. Here it is written true false, but I told you na, instead of true false you can write any expression, you can write println statement, you can write some constant value. In this, according to this example, it is not required. Simply you, if you write this much, it will return you true and false. Okay.
Okay.
But it is just showing one example. If it is true, this part will be executed. If it is false, this part will be executed. But it is not given that always you will write this true false value. You can write one expression. So when A will be suppose A less than B, then you are adding A plus B. So A plus whatever the A plus B, suppose 10, 20, 30. 30 will be assigned to C. If it is false, suppose you are doing subtraction, 20 minus 10 or B minus 10, like that. So that value will be assigned to this C. Okay. So you can write some expression, you can write println statement, you can directly write some constant value. For this example, it is not required to write like this, because directly this much is enough to take the true or false value. Then bitwise and bit shift operator. So these are the bitwise operators. Bitwise operator deals with the bits, okay, 0, 1 bits, and first is the complement of bitwise complement. Then double less than symbol, that is your left shift. It shifts a bit pattern to left. Then right double greater than symbol, that is right shift. It shifts a bit pattern to right. Then this 3 greater than symbol, this is unsigned right shift. Okay, so this is also called your zero field right shift. Unsigned right shift or zero field right shift. It shifts a 0 into the leftmost position. Then bitwise and bitwise OR. So whatever the AND OR operation that will take place here with this single and this single OR operator symbol, and bitwise exclusive OR. So exclusive OR also work like we are using with true false value. So it will be the output. So for true we are using in bit 1, for false we are using the bit 0. So when both the bits are same, it will give you false value. Okay, so if the bits are different, then it will give you true value in case of your exclusive OR. And so So you remember how these shifting operators are working? Do I need to explain this left shift, right shift, unsigned right shift, or you know it?
I'm only the unsigned.
Only the unsigned you know.
Signed one, I can explain.
Okay, unsigned one you don't know. Okay, so you do one thing. You just do, or if you just do 5 left shift to 5 left shift to, tell me the output. If you do 5 left shift to
1.
5 left shift to 1, all of you agree with that
Ma'am, no,
answer?
2020.
करके बोलो, पेन पेपर है ना.
Yes, ma'am, 20.
Okay, and 5 right shift to
1.
So when we are doing this 5 left shift to, that means you have to shift 2 bits of 5 to left. Okay, so for that, so this operator works on the bits, so that's why we have to convert this 5 value to binary value. Okay, so 1 0 1. So but you have to you don't write directly. What I'll suggest you, so when you do manually, don't write the exact value of 5. Means your bit representation should be like 3 is double 1, so don't write double 1. So you represent it when you are doing some evaluation or calculation, minimum with 8 bit. Okay, otherwise in some cases you will get some different value. Okay, if you are doing two values only, and if you are doing the left shift, okay, so what will happen? Okay, first we'll see this 101, then we'll see this case. So 101, so minimum with 8 bit you represent. So integer means here you have to actually internally it is represented in a 32 bit or 64 bit like that. But to do the manual calculation, you just represent it in 8 bit. 3 digits are there, so more 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so just represent this one in 8 bit. Now is your left shift operator. Okay, so in left shift operator, so in this case also you see, I'll tell you why I'm saying this. So left shift means you have to remove 2 bits from the left. Okay, so this one you just remove and append 20 in the right. Okay, so 20 in the right. So now if you evaluate the position value of these bits, so we'll only evaluate the where the ones are present. Okay, so this is your 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1. So this is your 2 to the power 2. This is your 2 to the power 3, and this is your 2 to the power 4. So we'll evaluate this 2 only. So this is your 16, this is your 4. We'll get 20. So this position value don't evaluate. 0 position value don't evaluate. Okay. So what I'm saying, if you directly represent the value like this, 5 is your 101, and you are doing left shift. Okay. Left shift means you'll remove these 2 bits. Okay, and you'll put 0 over here. So the output will be your 4. Okay. Some students do this type of mistake. So that's why I'm saying just represent it with minimum 8 bit while you are doing manual calculation. I'm not saying that it is exactly it is 8 bit. So integer means it is 32 bit or 64 bit like that. So you don't. So for manual calculation, some extra bit you just put. Okay, otherwise it will give you some wrong value. So this is your left shift. Similarly, okay, now if it is negative number, minus 5, if you this value is like this, what will be the output?
Minus 20.
How it is minus 20?
The left most significant it will be 1, and rest it will continue as it is.
So, okay. So the process is, so same you have to represent these things in binary, okay. So 5 is here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 0, 1. Okay. Next, as it is the negative, what you have to do, you have to find the 2s complement of this. So 2s complement means first you have to find the 1s complement of it. 1s means 0 will be 1, 1 will be 0. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Then 1 is 2 is complement of it. So simply you add 1 over here. Okay. So 3, 4, 5. So now what is the leftmost bit? So leftmost bit is 1. 1 means it is a negative. Okay. So what is the next step now? So negative means again you have to find out the, sorry. So after this what you have to do? You have to do the left shift. Okay. You have to do the, what is the process? All of you know, otherwise I am wasting the time because we have to complete 2 more chapters, that is your chapter 13 and chapter 14. Okay. You know or not?
No, ma'am, this process don't know.
So here what you have to do, so when you get this answer, just a second. You got 2s complement of this 5, this way you got the 2s complement, okay. 5 binary value, then 1s complement this one, then plus 1 add you this, you got this one, okay. Then what you do, you just, after this you do this left shift on this value, you do this left shift, okay. So from the left 2 bits will be removed. So when 2 bits will be removed, 2 0 will be appended at the right. So this is your 1 triple 1 0 1 1, then 2 0. Okay. So now this is your sign bit. So sign bit here it is 1. So 1 means this is your negative. So negative means what you have to do? Again you have to follow that 2s complement. And first you do the 1s complement, keep this sign bit unchanged. Rest of the bit you just find out the 1s complement. 0 0 1 0 0 1 1. Okay. Then you find the 2s complement. So plus 1. 1 1 0 1 1 0. Here it is 1 0 1 0 0. So this is your 20. Okay. So this is your 2 to the power 4 and this is your 2 to the power 2. So this is your 20 and sign bit is 1. So this is your minus 20. This way we are getting minus 20. Okay. Similarly, for the right case, you can apply. So if you do the right shift operator, just tell me 5 right shift 2 and minus 5 right shift 2. Do it in your copy. 5 right shift 2 minus 5 right shift 2 and tell me the answer. First tell me 5 right shift 2. For do in your copy, tell me 5 right shift 2.
One.
1. Okay, how it is 1? From 101, 01 is removed. Okay. So you remove this 01. Okay. So when you from right you remove these 2 bits and you have to append at the beginning. तो यहाँ पे 2 zeros आ जाएंगे. Okay. तो ये 2 remove हो गया तो ये बचा कितना 1. So output will be 1. Then minus 5 right shift 2. Minus 5 right shift 2. How much this is? Anybody is doing that? If you don't know, then tell me you don't know. If you know, then do it. Abhishek Puri, you know? You just tell me that. Now I'm waiting for your answer. If you people don't know this, then you should tell. There is no time to wait. Okay, so in case of your 5 right shift 2, minus 5 right shift 2, 5 right shift 2, you know, minus 5 right shift 2. So minus 5 right shift 2. Okay, it's the same process. First process is same. Binary of this. Okay. Then you just find the 1s to 2s complement. So 2s complement in previous case already I have shown you. So 2s complement will directly I am writing here what is the 2s complement value. First you convert to 1s, then add 1, you will get the 2s complement. So in 2s complement it will be your triple 1. 1, 0, 1, 1. I think this one we got. Okay, so this is the 2s complement value. So on this 2s complement, we'll apply right shift. Okay, so in case of negative value, you have to find out the 2s complement value. On that, you have to do the shifting. So whether it is a positive case or negative case, on 2s complement, in whether it is left shift or right shift, if it is a negative number, so we have to apply the shifting on the 2s complement value. Okay, so here you shift 2 bits from the right. So 2 bits from the right means these two value will get removed. राइट से दो वैल्यू, तो ये तुम्हारा क्या होगा? अभी लेफ्ट में इन पॉजिटिव केस व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, इन लेफ्ट में दो जीरोस यहाँ पे हम लाते थे, ठीक है. बट इन केस ऑफ योर नेगेटिव, इन योर लेफ्ट शिफ्ट ऑल्सो, in left shift, if it is negative value, also we are adding two values at the right or at the left in the beginning. Okay, at the beginning. But in case of your negative value in right shift, if you are removing two ones here, then you have to two ones here. You have to add two ones, not two zeros. Understand? Then you write this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 0. Understood? So next what you'll do? यहाँ पे फिर क्या करना है, तो ये साइन बिट को चेक करो, ये साइन वाला 1 है तो ये नेगेटिव वैल्यू है. नेगेटिव वैल्यू है तो फिर से वही प्रोसेस अभी अप्लाई करेंगे. इसको रहने दो जो है साइन बिट को, ये साइन बिट यहाँ पे ना, अच्छा साइन बिट जैसा है वैसा उसको रहने दो. अभी बाकी के ऊपर हम फिर से 2s कम्प्लीमेंट, तो 0 0 0 0 0 0 1, फिर 1 ऐड करो, फिर ये 0 1, बाकी 0 0 0 यहाँ पे आ जाएंगे. और ये क्या वैल्यू आ गया? व्हाट इज दिस? 2. एंड व्हाट इज द साइन बिट? 1. सो -2. अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So negative number and right shift. ये पहले कॉमन रूल याद रख लो कि अगर नेगेटिव नंबर है, राइट शिफ्ट करो या लेफ्ट शिफ्ट करो, दोनों में क्या करना है? पहले 2s कम्प्लीमेंट करके 2s कम्प्लीमेंट के ऊपर लेफ्ट और राइट अप्लाई करना है. पर इन केस ऑफ योर left shift operator, after applying the right shift, after applying the left shift on 2s complement, we are putting 0. Okay, but in case of your negative number and right shift, in that case, after applying this shifting, we are putting 1. In case of a negative and right shift, we are putting 1 instead of 0. Okay, so here that difference comes. So if you write 5 2, then it is equal to your 5 right shift 2. Okay, 5 this unsigned right shift 2 and 5 this simple right shift 2, this is equal. But the case is difference when you write -5 right shift 2, -5 right shift 2 and -5 is unsigned right shift 2. So in this case what happened? So in this step, okay, in this step, where in this step we are putting 1, 2 ones we are removing, and 2 not 2 ones means 2 bits we are removing, whatever the 2 bits in the right side that we are removing, but 2 ones we are putting at the beginning. Okay, so in case of your unsigned right shift, in this case, instead of 2 ones, you have to put 0. Okay, whether this is a positive number or negative number, and rest of the steps will be same. Okay, rest of the steps will be same. So that's why this unsigned right shift is also called your zero field right shift. So it doesn't depend whether that operand is positive or negative, it will simply fill 0. But simply right shift if you are doing, then in case of a positive number, it will fill 0. If it is negative, then it will fill 1. So that's why that is the difference between this right shift and unsigned right shift. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the operations it is showing. So this example, first you do it manually, okay, and check manually and find the output. After that, you do the program and check whether you are getting same output or not. Okay. So this one also your task after the class you will do it. Then expressions. Expressions, you know what else. Expression is the combination of your operator, operand, constants. Okay. And in expression, which expression will be evaluated first? Okay, like here it is x plus y divided by n. So which one will be evaluated first? X plus y divided by n.
X plus y.
X plus y, because though plus is having less precedence than your division operator, but as it is inside your parenthesis and parenthesis is having higher precedence than your division, so that will be evaluated first. So x plus y will be divided first, then divided by n. So if I write like this, if I write uh, 5 into 4 divided by 2. So what will be the output?
10.
10. 10 or 8.
10. 10.
Ma'am, 10.
So how we are deciding it is 10?
Multiply and division have same precedence, so we will go from left to right.
Yes. So when the operators are having the same precedence, then we have to follow the associativity. Associativity means from which side you will evaluate. So these two operators, their associativity is left to right. So left to right means 5 into 4, 20. 20 divided by 2, it is your 10. Otherwise, if you see that both the operators having same precedence, so you can evaluate from any direction. So if I'll evaluate this from this direction, 4 divided by 2, it is 2. 5 into this way also it is giving you 10. Yes. How I write 8? See, in this case, it is giving the same answer. So suppose you will write some different. Suppose I'll write here. In this place, you just write. Six. ये भी सही वही आंसर आ रहा है क्या? 5 into 6, 30, 30. ये भी वही आ जा रहा है। अच्छा कुछ अलग बोलो जो अलग आंसर आए, इसको रिवीजन कर लेते हैं पहले नहीं तो। So what I'm saying that if you not follow the associativity, left to right will give you some answer and right to left will give you some other answer. Okay. For example here 30 divided by 3 तो 10 आ जा रहा है, ये 6 divided by 3 2 ओके, ये भी 10 आ जा रहा है। इसको डिवीजन पहले कर देते हैं। फाइव 10 divided by 5 into 3। हाँ ये करने से सही होगा शायद। तो 10 divided by 5 ये 2 होगा, 2 into 3 16 आ जाएगा, सॉरी 6 आ जाएगा। 10 divided by 5 2, 2 into 3 6। अगर तुम इसको अगर इस साइड से कर रहे हो इवैल्यूएशन, अगर इस साइड से करोगे 10 divided by 15 आ जाएगा। So that is the different answer. Okay, so that's why we have to follow associativity. So that is what described here. Then about the control flow, you know, in control flow we have decision statements, iteration statement, jump statements. Okay, jump statements are your break and continue, and you know the use of break and continue in case of you, if you want to skip, if you want to break the loop at the middle, means if you got the desired element and you want to stop the loop there and come out from the loop, you can use that, you can do that using the break statement. And continue, if you want to skip some part and you want to continue that loop, then you can use the continue statement. Iteration statements, you know, that is 3 loops: while, do, while, for loop. And conditional is your if else, nested if else, and your switch case. Okay. You know the if else use. Okay. Okay, now tell me this about switch case. So why we are writing this break statement? Suppose here like num sides equal to 5. Okay, I'll not give break in your case 5. So what will happen?
Ma'am, case 3, 4 and 5 will be printed.
How in this particular example that num side variable is 5 and I am not giving break statement in your case 5, then what will happen? Only in case 5 I have not given break statement.
Case 5 and case 6 will be printed.
Case 5 and case 6 will printed. Okay, control will flow to the next case as there is no break or there is no statement to stop that control, so it will come to the next case. Okay, so in some cases also we want that type of situation. Suppose you want to print 1 3 5 7 9 are odd numbers. Okay, so in every case it is not not required to write 1 system.out.println case 1 system.out.println odd number then break, 3 system.out.println odd number then break. So in that case 1 3 5 7 9 all are odd numbers. So simply you write case 1 colon case 2 case 3 colon case 5 colon, like that all numbers. Then simply write in the last case, you just simply write the println statement. It is an odd number. It is an odd number. So in that case, we don't need that break statement. Okay. So where we need break statement, there you write the break. Otherwise, if your program requires not to mention the break statement, then don't mention it. And if no cases are matching, then it will execute the default case. Then your loops, every loop like your while or do while or for loop. These three loops takes three expression. One is your initialization, second one is your condition, third one is your updation. So in updation, we just write increment or decrement like that. So how it is working? First, you have to do the initialization. Then it checks the condition. After checking the condition, it will enter into the body part of the loop. So after executing the body, it will go on incrementing or decrementing. Then again check the condition, then body of the loop, check the condition, body of the loop like this. So when the condition will be false, control will come out from the loop. So initialization you have to do only once. So these three expressions we write in three loops in different way. Okay. So in case of your while loop, first we do this initialization, then we check the condition, okay, then body of this loop, then we do the updation. So 1 less than 11, then increment, it will be 2, then check the condition, body of the loop, increment, check the condition, body of the loop, increment like this. So but initialization is only once. So this way also in a for loop executed, but in for loop we write the three expression in the parenthesis. This is the thing. And what is the difference between the while loop and do while loop?
Ma'am, in do while loop, the statements under the do loop, it will executed even once, even if the statement is false.
Condition is false. Okay.
Yeah.
So in do while loop, your loop condition, body of the loop will be executed at least once, whether the condition true or false. Okay, that's why this is your exit control loop. While loop is called your entry control loop, and do while is called your exit control loop, because at the end we are checking the condition. First, before writing the do, so in case of a while loop, first we do the initialization, then while the condition, then body of the loop. Here in some statement we just do the increment or decrement at updation. Okay, so if the condition is true, this expression is true, then only this body part will be executed. Okay, so that is called your entry. At the time of point of entry of that control, it checks the condition, the entry control loop. Okay, but in case of your do while, same way, first you have to do the initialization. So after initialization, then do. So then here you just write the condition. Okay, then what you are doing? You are just checking the condition. Okay, checking the condition at the end. So there you writing. The updation is also here. Then checking the condition here. Okay. So this is the structure or the syntax of your do while. So at the end, at the exit time, we are checking the condition. So that's why it is a exit controlled loop. So at least whether the condition is true or false, it will execute the body at least once. Okay, that is the do while loop. So this is here the branching. Okay, break statement is given. So break in this example, I think it is searching for a desired element. So when the element found that, so it will simply make the found true, then break. Break means you got the element, no need to execute the entire array, simply come out from the loop. These things, you know. So this is about all the basic things of your Java programming language, and this is all about your chapter 11. Okay. So already we discussed your chapter 12, all the 4 principles. Okay. Chapter 10 is these principles are described in your chapter 10, and along with how to install JDK, all these things. So chapter 10, 11, 12 is now complete. So next we'll discuss your chapter 13. Okay. So before discussing this chapter 13, here we'll take 10 minutes of break. Then we'll come to this generics and collections.
Ma'am, in exam, how many chapters will get?
Up to chapter 14, error handling. Next
Okay.
chapter. Okay. So here we'll take 10 minutes of break. Okay, so all of you are present now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So your next chapter is your generics and collections. It's actually in generic part. Okay, so in generic part, uh, collection classes interfaces are used. Okay, and then there is description of uh, how these methods are overridden. Okay, override to string hash code or equals. Okay, so and at the time of explanation also it is using this collection class or collection class methods, all those. Okay, so that's why what I'm thinking, first we'll discuss your collection, then we'll come to this generic. Okay, okay, so first we'll discuss this part. So what is this collection? Why we go for this collections? Okay, so collection is nothing but collection of objects. Okay. Then if it is collection of object, then why don't we use array? In array also we can store a collection of objects. Okay. So the difference is that array has some limitation. Okay. Array is of fixed length. Array see, in case of your array can store primitive type and also can store object type. But in collection it only stores uh, object type. Okay, but why we going for this collection? Because array size is fixed. If you try to expand the array size, it will expand exponentially. Okay, so thing is that you have to create one array, and if you want to expand the size, then you have to create another array with more size. You copy that one, means old array will be there, new array will be there with more size, like that. Okay, but in case of your collection, you can grow the size of that any array list or vector, like that, uh, dynamically. And in case of your array, there is no such predefined methods. Okay, yes, array utility class has some methods, but for array, if you are doing searching or any sorting, then you have to write the code for it, because it doesn't follow any basic data structure like your in collection. It follows your stack, queue, linked list, all those. So it has some predefined methods. So if like in your stack you have push pop method, so there is predefined push pop in your uh, stack class in your collection. Similarly, in linked list, insert beginning, insert end, or if you want to insert at middle. So all these methods, uh, predefined methods, are available in your linked list class of your collection. So for this reason, we go for this collection. If your project is only handling or dealing with the objects, then you should go for this collections. I have some slides on collection. So what is this collection framework? Collection concept provides all solution to the limitation of the array. Okay. What are the limitation of array? That we discussed. Array are fixed in size. Okay. Array stores the homogeneous data elements. Like if you have created a student type, then you can store the customer type of object in your student type of array. Okay. And also, array concept is not implemented based on some standard data structure. Hence, ready-made method support is not available. Okay. So for that, we have to write the coding for insertion, sorting, searching, like that. The difference between collections and arrays. Arrays are fixed in nature, but collections are expandable in nature. With respect to memory, arrays are not recommended to use, but collections are recommended to use. With respect to performance, arrays are recommended to use, but collections are not recommended. Arrays can hold only homogeneous type of data elements. Collection can hold both homogeneous and heterogeneous. And there is no underlying data structure. That point we discussed. Array can hold primitive object type. Collection can hold only object type. Now come to what is collection in Java. So group of individual objects as a single unit, that is we call collection. So your collection framework includes your interface, class, algorithm. Okay. Then this is the hierarchy of your collection framework. So blue color indicates the interface, and yellow color are your classes, and dotted arrow is your implements, and solid arrow is your extends. Okay, so accordingly you can see collection extends your iterable interface, then list queue set these three interface extends your collection interface, then array list, linked list, tag, these are the classes of your list. Array DQ, these are the priority queue, array DQ, these are the classes of queue. Hash set, linked hash set, these are the classes of your set interface. And sorted set interface extends your set interface, and tree set uh, implements your sorted set interface. Okay. So this is the structure. There is the map interface is there that doesn't belong to your collection interface or collection framework. Okay, that is separate. So there is two words in your collection framework that we frequently use. One is your collection, another one is your collections. Okay, with S, plural. So that singular collection, this is one interface. Okay, so which can be used to represent group of individual objects as a single entity. And collections means with S, this is an utility class. Okay, that is present in your java.util package. So now what is this collection interface? The collection interface is the interface which is implemented by all the classes in the collection framework. Okay, it declares the methods that every collection will have. So now we'll see. So come to your array list class. Just a second. So array list class implements your list interface. Okay. Have you used all these collection framework classes interfaces in your previous semesters?
Yes, ma'am.
Means in your first, second semester, collection framework is there in your syllabus.
Collection was not there, ma'am. We have used few methods, but
Means is that generic is there.
the generic was there.
Okay. Okay. So array list class here implements this list interface. Okay. So this array list preserves the insertion order, and also it allows your duplicate elements. Okay. Like in your array, in which order we have stored the elements, in the same order also we can print the elements, and that's why with the index value we can access the elements, as we know which element is stored in which index position, so that we can easily access the elements. And your array also allows the duplicate value. Similarly, your array list preserves the insertion order and also allow the duplicate elements. Array list has some predefined methods, means your collection framework has some predefined method. List interface has some predefined methods, like your add method. Add is of two variant: one take directly the object, and another one with index position you can pass the object. Then clear method, it clears all the references. Contains method checks whether that particular element or that object is present in the array list or not. Get element, to get the object from that particular position. Get in time means that index position. Index of method will return the index value of that element. Then remove method, you can pass directly the object, which object you want to remove, or you can pass the index position also. To array method converts that array list objects, array list one array. Okay, so that is your to array method. So now, how to create one array list class object. So all these collection framework classes interface all are present in your util package. So you have to import this util package. Then array list, how to create the object of array list. Simply the way you are creating other class objects, same way you have to create. Write the array list, that is the predefined class name, then some reference variable name, then use new array list. Otherwise you can also use the interface name. Okay, in place of your class name, reference variable name, you can write the interface name, list al equal to new array list. Here your array list implements a list interface, so that's why you can write the list interface name. So this is the syntax. There is a problem with this syntax that we'll discuss gradually. Now you come to one example how we'll add the elements in your array list. So java.util.arraylist package you have to import, or directly .star also you can do, or the class name also you can import. Then array list al equal to new array list. Then how to add the objects or insert the objects using the add method, you can insert the object. So al.add, here I have added 3 strings. So Rashmi Rekha Sahu I have added here. Now how to display the array list elements? Using the get method you can fetch the elements from that particular index position. So system.out.println al.getI. Now if you want to remove one element a particular position, then you can pass that index position. So L dot remove 1. So 1 means in 0th index position Rashmi is there, in 1 index position Rekha is there, so you can remove Rekha here. Then if you execute all L dot clear, then it will clear all the references from that array list. Now to like in array you are using the length, here you can use the size method, okay, to get the length of the current length of the array list. Now there is another method here I have written L dot set. So using the set method you can set a particular value in particular index position. Like if you want to modify the second index position, then you can write in second index position what is there, in 0th index position 1 is there, Rashmi is there, in 1 index position Rekha is there, in second index position Sahu is there. Now I am modifying this SAHU to SAHOO. So I can I can do it by using this set method AL dot set 2 comma Sahu. So it will modify U to O. Okay. So you execute this program quickly. All of you execute this program. Are you doing the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Done?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that third part is commented.
You can do it. Just remove that comment symbol and do it. You just check whether it is working or not. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Working.
Clear, set, all those things, you just check. So we'll do one few more program, then I'll check your programs. Okay. So this is another program where we are inserting some integer elements. Okay, and what methods we are using? Add method to insert. Okay, one thing is that in case of your array list, simply you can write that array list object to print the content. Okay, no need of the loop. Like here, I have written for int I equal to 0, then that size method, then I am printing using getI to show you that how to use this getI. I have used this, but directly here you can write system.out.println al means this object. Okay, this will also print you all the elements of that array list with a square bracket. Okay, so here if 5 elements are inserted, then just printing the 5 insert elements using this array list object name. Okay, then I want to remove element from the third index position, so you can write array list dot remove and you can pass the index position. Okay, then this is if you want to print one by one. Then if you want to check whether one particular element is present in the array list or not, you just use the contains method. Okay, then clear already you have used. So this way, if you are not using the for loop, then it will print you the output like this. Okay, with the square bracket, it will show you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this. Then here we have removed the third element, that is the 30. Okay, sorry, third index position element means 0, 1, 2, 3, 40. So 40 is not there after remove the element. Then next what we did, after remove, simply we are printing the element, so it is showing you 10, 20, 30, 50. You can see here we have used the for loop, so square bracket is not there in the output. Then check whether the element is present or not, so it gives you true, so that returns you true. Okay, that 30 is present. Then clear, so it will clear all the reference. So after clearing, if you print it, simply the square bracket is printing. That means no elements are there. So this is a program where we are inserting 5 integers and getting the sum of those integers. Okay. So you just do this program. Enter 5 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Find the sum of these 5 elements, means 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus like this. This program is already there. You just execute this program. Respond to your names. Soumya Sri,
Present, ma'am.
Anushka, Dipasa,
Present, ma'am.
Ayush, Anis, Subham,
Present, ma'am.
Soumya,
Present, ma'am.
Abhijit,
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek,
Present, ma'am.
Roshan, so after executing this program, tell me the output. Falguni,
Present, ma'am.
Prajyot,
Present, ma'am.
Angana,
Present, ma'am.
Aniket, Anisha,
Present, ma'am.
Sanchali,
Present, ma'am.
Satabdi, Siddhant,
Present, ma'am.
Arnav,
Present, ma'am.
Arnav Dutt,
Present, ma'am.
Arpita,
Present, ma'am.
Arpan, Diyakiran,
Present, ma'am.
Gitika, Harshit, Manas, Kamlesh,
Present, ma'am.
Asmik. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Asmik present.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my name is Anushka Das. I was actually, my mic was not working, so I couldn't get my attendance.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so did this program? What output is coming? It is the output of this program. अरे प्रोग्राम हुआ या नहीं अभी तक?
Ma'am, error is showing. Object can't plus operator.
So why this error is coming?
The operator plus is undefined for that object.
Actually, S is integer type, and RLS you haven't mentioned any particular data type, so you can store object in a integer data type.
Yes. So this error is coming, na? Output bad operand types for binary operator. This one. ये error आ रहा है? Compilation error.
Yes.
Okay. So why it is so? It is clearly mentioned here. Bad operand type for binary operator plus sum equal to sum plus this one give compilation error. Sorry. First type int, second type object. So first type int means this sum is your integer type, and this second type get type whatever you are getting, that is object type. Okay, object type say you don't mean that this is one object. Here it is saying object type means every class has a super class, that is object class. Okay, so this object is of that object class type. Like a sum, it is specifying the type of sum. Type of sum is int. Similarly, type of this element is object. This is the object class type. Okay. So that's why while we are adding integer with object type object, then it is coming error. So that's why we have to do the typecasting. So you can do the typecasting, but to avoid that typecasting and to avoid some limitation with this type of array list object creation, we have that generic type. Okay, so that one will discuss. So first you appear for the quiz, then we'll continue with this example in the next class, and you try to remove this error by doing the typecasting. Okay, if even most of you know how to remove that one by using that angular bracket, although that you know, but without that angular bracket, try to remove this compile time error. Okay, so now you appear for the quiz from next class, and in the next class we'll discuss this one. So here is your quiz link. Apply for the quiz. Okay, we'll continue with your attendance. Sasank Chaudhary, you appear for the
Present, ma'am.
Mehul,
Present, ma'am.
Sanjog,
Present, ma'am.
Abhilasa,
Present, ma'am.
Sambit,
Present, ma'am.
Ankit,
Present, ma'am.
Nischay, Priti,
Present, ma'am.
Rajesh,
Present,
Raktim, Ronak, Puspendra,
Present, ma'am.
Aditya, Ritik,
Present, ma'am.
Roshan, Sehnabaj,
Present, ma'am.
Animes, Subham, Vaibhav, Sachin, Subhajit,
Present, ma'am.
Supriti,
Present, ma'am.
Suraj,
Excuse me,
Present,
ma'am. I am
ma'am.
present.
I am present.
Subham Patnaik,
Yes, ma'am.
Shweta,
Yes, ma'am.
Udit, Narayan,
Present, ma'am.
Purus Alam, Vivek,
Present, ma'am.
Anjali,
Yes, ma'am.
Satyabrata,
Present, ma'am.
Aditya Narayan, Rohan,
Present, ma'am.
Chutwant,
Present, ma'am.
Ananya,
Present, ma'am.
Animes,
Present, ma'am.
Ansuman,
Present, ma'am.
Shrutikirti, Ayush,
Present, ma'am.
Nikhilesh.
Ma'am, Tanisha.
Tanisha, yes.
Yes.
So, answer within 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to deactivate the link. Okay, I'm deactivating. Okay, so answers, uh, so one mistake, most of you have secured 5, okay. So those have not secured, okay, I'm telling you the answer. So first one is the, it is a way of combining various data members and member function, that is the option D. And the second one is the create public member function to access those data element members. And third one is which one is runtime polymorphism. Okay, method overloading is compile time, method overriding is runtime. So there are some students have did have done mistake. That is your method overriding. Then which is the logical operator Java with single, so that is your logical not. And last one is the answer is it will show you true, okay, not the compile time error. Those few students have written compile time error. So these are the answers, and I'm releasing your score. You can check your score in your mail. Okay. Okay, so you may leave now. The time is over. You may leave now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.